Difficulty 5 Swarm, the hardest content Star Rail has to offer. Here's how I was able to beat it with no blessings. I also made a previous video on my channel going in depth on this run, with the full run in the description. To start the run, I picked the Path of Abundance with the intention of building as much money as possible. I am aiming to get this curio. I need to start the run with this curio which stops me from getting blessings, so I reset until I get the curio which takes me 20 minutes on average. I get an occurrence domain in the middle of the first plane which gives me 300 fragments, and this gets multiplied by 2 because of curio. Luckily I get a useless negative curio. I am also able to get the space-time prism, which is important as I get E2 Fu Xuan, which lets me revive one ally. I get unlucky with boss weaknesses as I don't get wind, but I do have lots of money to build damage with. This fight here is pretty boring as Luocha and Fu Xuan just keep my team alive, so I'm just gonna skip this with ×2 speed. However, the curios I get are interesting. I get the choice of either getting the rope for damage or doubling my cosmic fragments with the silver coin, and as you can see I have 1600 fragments. I took the rope, making a gamble that I'll get the silver coin later. I start the second flame by buying a curio for 120 fragments from Herta, but as it turns out, the gamble I took actually pays off really quickly. I double my money, gaining 3300 fragments, which gives me an additional 528% damage from the rope. This greatly increases my odds of winning the run. One of the best domains to go to are the adventure domains. You earn yourself 250 fragments and a curio if you hit the max score, all for free. You're also allowed to skip the blessing chest. I get one of the best reward domains possible, the Knights of Beauty. This lets me get the cavity system curio which converts my cosmic fragments into crit damage. Stacking this with the rope means I'll be able to do crazy amounts of damage even without blessings. I enter another adventure domain and get the parchment curio, which is really useful to deal damage early. I have the choice to fight Gepard or the deer. I choose the deer, being pretty overconfident with my damage and the effect I gain would be better than Gepard's. The first phase of the fight went pretty smoothly, me one-shotting the first bar of the deer's health. The thing that scared me the most this fight was the deer's third phase AoE attack, which would wipe my entire party. There isn't a curio which busts my team's tankiness, which is the issue of this run. The fight with the deer was surprisingly difficult. While I did lots of damage, the deer's AoE attacks were problematic through Xuan. I'll let the video play out for you guys to see. The deer was actually able to knock out Fu Xuan, but thanks to E2, Fu Xuan was able to revive. I have E2 because of the prism curio mentioned earlier in the video. However, the deer's damage is insane as it is able to knock out Fu Xuan again. Nevertheless, I was able to win with my Fu Xuan knocked out thanks to my massive amounts of damage. Unfortunately, the curios here are horrible. But the good news is, I'm able to revive Fu Xuan at the start of the third plane. The third plane was very boring. If you want to watch the full run, the link is in the description below, otherwise I'll be skipping to the final boss. I'll let the video play out whilst leaving a couple comments in between. The reason I had an easier time, compared to last time, was because I was able to instantly kill the smaller bugs due to my damage. With the smaller bugs out of the way, I had an easier time sustaining. In addition, the swarm's ultimate attack is reduced. Third phase was the scariest part of the fight, with there being 2 swarm bosses. At one point, both of them were charging their ultimates. After killing one of the swarm bosses, the fight is pretty much over. This shows that beating Swarm 5 with no blessings is actually possible. If you enjoyed the video, you can like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to catch me do more of these challenges, you can follow my Twitch channel. Thanks for watching.